Rumble! Welcome to Joe Jackson with Bob and TC on IntellectualRadio.com. Again, that's Intellectual Radio. Your host, B.O.B. Bob, but I will go by the name of Robert Lee or Junior if you insist on being formal. And as always, from the south side of Chicago, Illinois, let's give it up for my main man, Martise TC was Senior in the building. What up, Bob? What's up? What's going on, man? How you doing, man?
I'm all good. Wait for the music go down in the back. What up, pimp? Share Echoes in the building. What up, my man?
First of all, share the video. Nice.
Share the video.
If you like Chris,
if you like us, share the video. Oh yeah, like and share this video, y'all, right now. Like and share, like and share.
I want you to share and invite.
Congratulations, Luciani. Did I say that right? Yeah, Luciana, you know what I'm talking about. A little marriage coming up. How you doing?
All right. Well, first of all, the call-in number is 708-223-8953. Again, the call-in number is 708-223-8953. If you listen on Facebook Live as our friends, of course, that is an option you can listen to us on every Sunday at 4 o'clock to 6 p.m. on Intellectual Radio. You can listen on Facebook Live. But for whatever reason, I know Earl would definitely like you to tune in to IntellectualRadio.com. IntellectualRadio.com. We also live stream on Intellectual Radio with a bunch of shows that's on Intellectual Radio. Over 80 shows. We got over 83 shows, 85, something like that. 80-something shows. We got 3 studios, Studio A, B, and C, that we need to fill up. We need to fill us up. We got you heard all the shows that I just mentioned, but we still got slots available. So if you're interested in the show, make sure you call in on 708-223-8953.
Oh, yeah.
Also, you can catch us on YouTube Live. If you go to YouTube, subscribe to Intellectual Radio on YouTube, and we'll be live streaming on YouTube. So for whatever reason, you know how social media is. If we get disconnected, you can connect in another way. And make sure you share and invite on this video. We got a hot topic today, a hot plethora of topics. We got our girl Cutting Miko in the building. Oh, she's an old school hostess. Intellectual Radio, she coming to bring her vibe. Just found out she knows some of my good people, man. That's what's up, man. That's a good vibe right there.
Speaking of good people, I want to give much love to everybody that was participating in the Esmond reunion out there in the hood yesterday.
Nice. I know.
It was nice, man. It was nice to see everybody. It was nice to socialize with y'all. We got it in. No violence.
Right.
It was what's up, man. Much love out there. The Hawk DJing. They did a good thing out there.
Esmond's special though, because we was a K through 8 school. So you got to understand, when you grow up in that community and you go to Esmond, there's a pride with us because we K through 8. That's kindergarten all the way through 8th grade. So it's like we know a plethora of people that came through that generation of people. And we saw a lot of them out there yesterday,
Oh, yeah, but no one bought a free Richie shirt. So that kind of had me feel a certain way, support Richie. So I want to put that out there. No one bought the shirt.
Mm-hmm.
We can't support that. We got to support this movement because go on his blog and check out the Free Richie movement. Contact T Baby the Boss on Facebook. Get some information, and I'm looking forward to seeing once y'all get it out there, where this movement get taken off.
Okay, I want to throw the question of the day out there. We got a few questions.
Oh yeah, we do. We got
more than one. Go on, shoot yours first, TC.
All right, we're gonna I got this off Facebook, but I had a bunch of interesting comments. So I said I'm just going to share live. And those who commented, call in at 708-223-8953. But the topic was why men don't marry.
Why men don't marry.
Don't marry. And they had 4 reasons, according to what I read, of why men don't marry.
They had 4 reasons?
Yeah.
Well, I know you're going to systematically give them to us.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, we will.
You got to give them to us right now.
We're going to break it down. But it's kind of interesting. So I want to know your opinion on that, ladies and fellas out there. Let us know how y'all feel about that.
Jaw Jacking then went relational. We talking relationships now.
Oh, yeah. So anybody opinion welcome, ladies,
We talking relationships today. We usually go social a lot of times with our, social consciousness. We kind of jump all around the board, though. It all depends on our guests. It all depends on our guests. And the other question is, what comes to mind when you think of the word marriage? Give me one word that comes to mind when you think of the word marriage. One word, and we're going to read them out. It got a few people that chimed in already on that.
What's your one word, Bob?
Different. I just say different. When it comes to the word marriage, I think of different.
Different.
The word different. Like, we're different, I like what James Burchade, am I saying his name right, Wanda? Burchade. You know, got that fancy French last name. You know what I'm saying? Bourshade. See, I knew I wasn't saying it. Bourshade, James Bourshade. He said something that always stuck with me, and it stuck with me. He said, men and women are irreconcilably different. And I agree with that. We are irreconcilably different. Men and women are. So different is the way I'd like to describe it. You know, that's my word. I got to throw out a few shots to a few people who commented on a comment. Man, my man Dad Grady Sr., he said, negotiate. Brandy Thomas said, loyalty. Demetrius, what is this? Roel? Demetrius Roel. He said, never. And Dre Wood said, divorce. That's interesting. I'm curious to know what are your thoughts about one word. Give me one word that will describe marriage to you, and we'll discuss it. We got our girl Cut Nico in the building to discuss these topics with us. She's a veteran in the game, and so on the other side of the break, we're gonna bring up our girl Cut Nico. Oh, I'm sorry, Cutting Miko. Right. I got all excited. Then I get excited. Right. You know what I'm saying? I got excited, boy. Cutting Micro, like, you know what I'm saying? On the other side of the break, we're gonna bring our girl in the building, and y'all make sure y'all, wherever y'all sitting there, give her a warm welcome when we bring her in.
We're gonna bring in.
You listen to Joe Jackin with Bob and TC
on IntellectualRadio.com, y'all.
Welcome back to Joe Jackin with Bob and TC on IntellectualRadio.com. Make sure you share and invite this video. I actually feel like this is an important conversation today, but it's been an important conversation ever since 2013 when
Leon Rogers' wife said. Leon Rogers' wife said because some of them shouldn't.
Some men shouldn't. Leon Rogers' wife shouldn't.
Yes, Nicole Rogers tell her hello.
Yeah. Tell her, what's up, Miss Rogers? She said some men shouldn't get married.
Shouldn't get married, huh?
And you know they married.
Anyway, TC, let's bring our girl in, man. And from the south side of Chicago, Illinois, let's give it up for the little troublemaker. Cutting Miko. In the building. What's up, my lady?
What's up, y'all? How y'all feeling?
What's going on? How you doing?
Happy to have you here.
I'm good.
Hey, you came in on a perfect subject. We was out here waiting on you getting over here, and we sitting up here listening to one of your old shows back in 2013. I want you to talk about, first of all, the fact that you used to be a hostess on Intellectual Radio.
Absolutely.
Well, yeah, talk about that real quick.
I actually came in with a good friend of mine, Angel. She went viral on World Star with the grapefruit remedy. I guess
Oh, that was
there's
your
some.
friend?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
But she was
wow.
already
Stand
doing the
ovation.
show. She was already on the show with a good friend of mine named Diamond, and they invited me to as a guest. And that moment, the responses that I received, it invited me to do more have more exposure. And that was another platform. So we had a lot of topics during that issue. If I believe it was, now we talk about race war, but at that time it was more of gender war. We were emerging powerfully, and still are as women. But at that, it was like the cusp of things, and I just wanted to come in and you know pay my fees to be on radio.
No, hey, I want to get your temperature on a few of those subjects too. Some of the social issues, because the way you worded that, so that let me know you got you got an ear to some of the social issues that's out there. So somewhere throughout this day, we're gonna make sure we stop, make sure we get to some of those social issues and where your thoughts are on some of the Trumps and the racial issues, and we're just gonna go organically with that. But I really want to. How long? So how long? You still into the radio?
I do. I'm not I'm not hosting any shows or anything of that nature. But when I do travel, I tend to be on radio. I was on another radio show in New York. That was the last place that I was on in New York. But I'm always open to that. But I have never looked into venturing having my own show.
Oh, really? You haven't?
Mm-mm.
Why not?
I don't know. Just the other day, it dawned on me. I said that I need to be in radio, television, movie, or something. And I even thought about just tapping on WGCI door. A lot of people say I have a great voice, and a lot of people like to hear the opinions of a strong Black woman. So I hear. To me, I just think I'm a regular person. So I guess I never built the nerve, and I think all of us are stopped by our fear. So it's just fear.
Before we get into the question of the day, I want to go piggyback off what you just said. A strong Black woman. Okay, let's talk about a strong Black woman, and why is it important that you identify that? In the intro of yourself, you shot that out there. So it's important for some reason that you say that. Why do you say that?
I'd like to introduce, well, in my eyes, now remember that this is my opinion. You asked me, and a lot of people don't know how to differentiate the two between a fact and an opinion. This is my opinion. When I introduce myself as a strong Black woman, I want a person to identify that I'm not to be played with. That's what I mean by that. I have been through enough in life to, do the dance with you and hokey doke, and I don't have the time. So I think that if I say I'm a strong Black woman, and typically when we do say it, it tends to scare a lot of brothers away. We're definitely we're gonna touch on that, because if your topic is why men don't marry, we're gonna get on the weak-minded women versus the strong-minded women. It's an air. It's an edge. Brothers, they feel it and they fear it. And some men don't know how to approach it. You have to be actually intellectual to understand that woman, to get in her mind and love her. Whereas a lot of men are just looking for physicality or just a sensual touch. They can't relate or become one with that universe or that woman.
That's what's up. I'm reading these comments over here.
Go ahead, shoot, man.
Crazy. I done skipped a bunch. I'm gonna read back. I'm gonna go back to your friends' comments, because you got some good comments coming up.
Go ahead, read some of them before they get lost in the sauce, man. Because her comments could get lost. I mean, if they moving.
Chiquita Allen said, "These married men need to get their act together. Stop asking for naked pictures that should come from their wife."
Oh, wow. That's why I asked to put the phone down, because
when
you read topics, you could go into this thing and go in. But we
Vicky Drain said, "Stop giving it to them." Is that right? And as far as your question earlier, before my question about why men don't marry, we getting all the comments over there. But you said one word that describes marriage. You got Lucy say unity. Tashima Wash says companionship. As far as one word that describes marriage. But this phone is
okay, so we want to go into the question of the day. The question of the day is, why don't men get married? I want to hear your organic opinion on the outside of being a man, because me and TC finna get in here.
We're gonna talk to you in here tonight.
We're gonna talk today, because we invited the right person. I can tell already. But in your opinion, off the point of contact, just based on of the narrative of the way the question is set up.
Mhm.
Why don't a lot of men today get married?
Okay, I like the way you stated it the second time, and make sure you state it that way because just one statement of saying why men don't get married would be absolutely false. Men do get married, and there are some men that don't get married. Just outright, just like me not getting into radio, it's fear. Period. There's all types of fears. Just like some people are scared of spiders, some people are scared of being in the dark, some people are scared of just so many other things. Fear will stop you from being successful. Fear will stop you from doing a lot of things, and fear will stop you from loving. In this day and age, I think that a lot of people, and especially media, have taken the word marriage to another level. Especially ever since Jay-Z got married. When Jay-Z got married, I commend that brother. I really do, because he did show. Man, I don't care what nobody say. The man showed the right thing to do. He found a woman. He found a woman that was equally yoked with him.
Oh yeah, no question.
And he got married. The same with Barack Obama. And the same with a lot of great leaders, and even our parents. Some of us have parents, like my parents and Malcolm Reed's parents, are still married, and they have found a good woman. So a lot of men, I just believe, have fear. They either went through some things, something has happened, something has transpired, and it just stopped them, and there are a lot of reasons.
Mhm.
Like there's women that won't marry.
Let's say this.
Mhm.
Okay, let's say this. I want to read this. This is TC post he made. Why don't men get married? Because there's nothing in it for them. What exactly does marriage offer men today? Men know there's a good chance that they'll lose their friends, their respect, their space, their sex life, their money, and if it goes wrong, their family, says Helen Smith, PhD, author of Men on Strike. They don't want to enter into a legal contract with someone who could effectively take half their savings, pension, and property when the honeymoon period is over. Men aren't wimping out by staying unmarried or being committed, folks. They're being smart. What do you say to that?
We gonna have to move my camera.
Oh, unlike, I'm
me?
sorry, I lost the last part.
Just move that way. I want to. Hey y'all.
Unlike
This might get
women,
good.
unlike women, men lose all power after they say I do. Their masculinity dies too. What do you say? Well, you know what? Me and TC need to jump in on his real quick because I want to tell you some of this is true. Some of this is absolutely true of the fears of men. And you talk about the fears of men. One of the things, it's certain words lose their respect, their space, their sex life. I don't necessarily agree with the concept of sex life. I don't think they necessarily lose. I mean, you have to really be kind of out of tune in order to lose your sex life in a marriage. I think so. Unless the sex is being conditioned by a whole nother thing. When she conditions the sex for that reason, then that's
They do lose their sex life.
What
Okay,
do
they
you
were
mean?
single first.
Huh?
So they were single first, right? So when
Right.
they get married, it's just one person. When they had a sex life when they were single, so they are losing their sex
Oh,
life.
okay. I get that point. Okay, they had a sex life before they got married.
Yeah, because
But
I
when
mean,
they-
when
when
you're
they-
single, you can do what you want to do.
Yeah, you can do. Yeah,
Basically, when you get married, you just all that change.
right. I mean, that's true. Y'all women like men of influence. So I mean, we got options. That's what it is. Y'all like men of influence. Y'all wonder why
They got options.
they always ask that question. Why do men always cheat? Because we got options. Right? Y'all like influence. We got options. That's why that answer is like that. But anyway, some of it is true to me. Now, one of the things that I saw that was true is that they said one of the things, unlike women, men lose all power after they say I do. I tend to agree with that in a certain sense because go ahead.
Oh no.
Jump in
Go
there.
ahead.
I wanted to.
No,
I want the whole time.
Go ahead. I want you to complete your thought.
Yeah, because men,
I'm
I
going
mean,
all in on this.
yeah, we tend to lose our power. We tend to lose our power in a certain sense because you think about how y'all act when y'all first get with us. Y'all ecstatic. Y'all just calling us 100 times a day. Y'all, hey, what you doing there? Hey, baby, what you doing there? I was just thinking about you. I was just thinking that maybe me and you can go for a little walk and everything.
way.
This is how y'all act.
Let me get this.
Go ahead.
No, let me bring my camera closer.
This is good.
Right.
Let me bring my camera a little closer.
Yeah.
Vicky Train.
Hold on. Let me know when you respond.
Go ahead.
And I can
Respond now.
Let me see what what Miss Drain says. It's sad to say, though, that a lot of these so-called women out here these days are willing to give themselves up to the highest bidder. Oh, Vicky, we getting ready to touch on that. Talk to me.
Well, jump
All
in.
right, so
Go.
number one, now again, this is my perspective, so I'm always going to put the disclaimer out there. Remember, this is my opinion, and there's a big difference between opinions and facts. I rebut this PhD lady simply because she is speaking from a flesh level. And that is man. That is a great way the white man gets in to infiltrate our minds to make us think that the constitution of marriage is wrong. Marriage has happened in the word for so many years, and they did not have an assembly, or they didn't have a big wedding, and somebody gave them a ring. You know what made marriages? Sex. Lot had his wife. Abraham had his wife. Sarah was a wife. Do you understand me? It was sex. This is why people and old people would tell you be careful who you have sex with, because you do what? We all know it, exchange souls, right?
Soul ties.
This is why a lot of people have problems in relationships, because they're outside of their marriage and they're literally cheating. You don't even have to get married, because God doesn't honor a piece of paper. He doesn't honor nothing man is talking about. So when you cover a woman and you insert your penis in this woman, you have really married this woman. And then on top of that, you're outside and you saying you're not with this person, you're not with this person, but you got problems with her. And you wonder why she picks them when you're cheating. So because she doesn't remember the person's name, she doesn't know the album, she don't know where you at, you think you're still sliding with it, but God already gave her intuition to know what's happening, because you entered her and you made her your wife and you didn't even know it. It's a lot of unsolicited marriages out here already. So we got some problems out here. And so what happens is we got a lot of demons in us.
Okay.
I really believe that. And so what happens, a lot of brothers, they fear it. They get mad. They say, I don't have to deal with this. And they go run to somebody else and they got a problem with her. I don't have to deal with this. And they run to somebody else. The same with a sister. It's a sister right now that don't want to get married, and she's going from man to man because she can get $500 from Johnny. She get you to pay her rent, and you get this person to do this. So they play a game. And so everybody's exchanging souls, and we all messed up. We all messed up. What's the difference between a man now and a man back in the day when we were fighting for our rights and really focused on our community and raising our children? Look what has gotten into our brothers. The same thing that has gotten into our women. And the men have brought it in.
The men brought it in?
Well,
No,
the women too.
no.
The women too.
I
both
know,
at fault
I know,
before I
I
make
know.
a controversy.
Yeah.
I think we're
No,
both at fault.
You already made a
Let me say that
controversy.
right
No,
now.
you
No, I
already
don't
made
want to say that.
No.
Whoa.
I'm talking about as far as being a man, the power that God has given. He's given you domain to control.
Right.
And man, not saying black man, but man has abused that. Mm-hmm. And with the hurts that have came from man, women have learned, if you look at now, to have adapt to the situation. You know what they did? They learned to get up and pick up wood just as big as you do. They know how to work on railroads. They know how to do steel mills. They know how to do the things that men do. They got the same
But they
jobs.
don't.
But they do.
The
I didn't say
problem
that they
is
were
that
men.
they don't. They don't know how to do.
No, listen, I'm not. I want
Okay.
you to listen to me clearly.
I'm listening clearly.
Women have adapted.
To what?
Big difference. I didn't say become men.
They're attempting to adapt.
No, listen before you become controversy. Have adapted. The things that we are doing, we weren't built to do.
Okay.
You understand?
Right.
And because we're doing it, it has offset men. It's the balance. The balance
Right.
is off.
The balance is off.
The balance is off.
No.
And that's why I didn't want to go.
No, I appreciate you saying it better that way.
It's not, I'm going against nobody.
Yeah, I know.
It's the balance is off. And women don't respect men. And men have become depressed. And women are too busy trying to do y'all job. You understand? We want to get up and open up the door. We don't allow you to open up the door for us. We don't allow you to even be a man to figure it out. We too busy putting y'all out and trying to figure it out on our own.
Well, I like this.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's at both of us. We're all at fault at this.
Okay.
That's deep.
Not that go ahead.
No, it's just deep. It was just deep. I'm listening. I like to listen. And wow.
See, I like
impressed.
okay. So what happens when from the point of the relationship start, y'all addicted to each other? It's like I'm talking about y'all going through chemical imbalances.
That's when two people are immature. When you become mature in a relationship, you learn to get past that stage fast. It ain't the frillies. It ain't the big booty no more. It ain't the big pipe no more. Ain't none of those things going to excite me. It's going to be the mental connection, the godly connection. When you mature, you don't look for those same things no more.
Is that real? Is that true?
Serious.
Why do it end if everything?
It don't end. It's get better.
No, let me ask a question.
Because
like
you know now.
Let me ask the question. if everything that excited you, because I mean, excitement is an important part of us, right? If we excited about somebody, the thing to get our attention, we pay attention that we're addicted to. We pay attention to things we're excited about. If those are the things that excited you in the first place, how is it going to change because some level of maturity? I actually believe that's a woman philosophy that begins to change that, because a man is being organically honest. And I'm not trying to be controversial with you. So we're going to be mature enough to always tap on that button to say we're not trying to be controversial. So we can keep conversation going, because I think a lot of people need to hear the transparency you bring and the transparency we about to bring.
Absolutely.
Now here's the point. Now, when it comes to that, he's like, I am, as a man, I can only speak as a man, as this man, actually. I am Simple Simon. You act addicted toward me and my ways. You call me every day. You mindful of me. You kind of willing to go against your own character a little bit to let me know that you're paying attention to me. You know, you got this quote unquote character, the things you don't do. I won't do this as a woman. I won't do this, but you're doing for me. You're doing for me. When you first meet me, you're doing for me. You'll go all the way out of your character. That excites me. That has me engaged. That has me paying attention. That has me mindful of you. That has me is having me fall in love with you. This is why I'm falling in love with you, because of these what you will call quote unquote out of character things that you're willing to do. But you got some kind of subplot behind your mind that you're going to only do this to a limit. You are conditioning what you give to say, well, I'm going to stop if I don't see this certain thing that comes from him in a certain spot or a certain moment. I'm going to stop doing that thing. But that's the thing that excited me. This quote unquote, what we will call this thing that's called submission is actually called agreement to us. You agree with, if you sit on your back, just say whatever you use, because it ain't nowhere in the world most women are gonna get men to fall in love with them at this day and age without what you would call presenting their bodies, right? I'm just
let me know when I can respond to you, whatever
I'm
you
throwing
saying.
stuff out there. I'm just throwing stuff
throw
out
it
there.
out there.
Okay, now that's called an agreement. You agree with me. If you laying on your back, you agree with me. I want you to lay on your back. You agree with me, right? Now, if that's the agreement, I'm not trying to make you into no mindless nothing woman. That's not what I'm saying. But why do you compromise yourself to use what you know you got to use to get him? And then when you get him, you start throwing all these conditions in the air about why you ain't going to maintain what you did to get him. That's what I'm asking. It's just a question. Because you asked, the question is, why don't men get married? You gotta look at it from the mindset of a man.
Okay.
On why he'll say no.
Okay, so to your response.
Go ahead.
This your response. This your question.
I can't wait to get in this.
Your response. And I tried to stop you before you even went that far.
I did.
Because when I was saying, and I'm gonna say it again, when you go through all of that, you just went around the mountaintop, brother. You went to India and came on back. I could save you a trip. If you got to go through all of that, you're in a very immature relationship.
Okay.
A grown woman is not going to call you 24 hours a day. When you meet that woman, you're going to be attracted. If it's a God connection, it's a mental connection, it's going to happen. All these things that we're doing, and a lot of women have not kept up. I can agree with you, because I know there's a lot of brothers that have fell in love with a woman that was exciting. And look, ended up dropping on a knee to ask to marry her. She get the ring, she get the house, she get all of that. And now she is using this brother. The brother's tired. I get your point. But that's not with every woman. And that man is at fault because he fell in love with a woman that was not mature enough for that relationship. Our problems are the wrong people for the wrong situation.
How do we know?
It's just like going to war.
How do we know what the right person
is? It's like going to war. I'm not taking nobody on battleground with me that never shot a gun before. If all I have to fight with is guns. We make these decisions based on our feelings, based on what we've been through and the mind state that we're in. A lot of us get out of relationships and jump in others, and we think that person is better than the next person, and we end up with the same problems over and over again. But I understand your point. There's a lot of women that marry for the wrong reason, brother. And sister, this is why the brothers ain't marrying, because you too busy being phony, trying to get a brother to marry you because you want to show off on Instagram. You want to show off on Facebook. You want to make somebody, you lazy. You don't want to get up and work. You don't want to help this brother become a king. You don't want to breathe life in him. So you do everything in your power. You suck dick like you can't suck dick no more. You lick ass and balls. I said it. You do everything like he said. You do all this stuff for me. And then I finally marry you. And now you can't keep doing it. You don't know how to suck dick no more. Somebody tap the screen. Come on, let's keep it real. So now you got the brother to marry you, and now you're not doing it. So guess what? This is why we're at where we're at right now. Brothers don't trust us no more, sisters. Because a lot of us out here are, scamming them. That's what that is, scamming them. And brothers could get hurt too, sisters. A lot of y'all don't know that, but brothers get hurt. I'm the only girl, 6 boys. How many boys was in the Reed family? I was raised around boys my whole life. So I hear men. I hear them daily. I hear their pain. There's a lot of brothers that want to marry, but because of the buffoonery, a lot of sisters are out here doing, they're confused. So you know what? They're getting rich on us, sister. They're getting rich and they don't want nobody. They got 16 girlfriends nowadays and they calling all of y'all. You Monday and she Tuesday and you Wednesday. That's how y'all like it? Nobody's covering you no more. And you wonder why your sons are outside killing folk? Come on.
You listen to Joe Jagan with Bob and TC on IntellectualRadio.com with our girl Cutting Miko in the building with her in the raw transparency.
Wow.
Man, we're so happy that you decided to come
Cutting Miko. Y'all know y'all gotta get it. Hold on, I want to read this for Lucy, man. She said, marriage is not a topic of discussion starting from youth. It's not technically taught as part of life's foundation, and nor is it glorified in its positive life aspect of life. That's what she's saying. And no, you can't. She said, wow, lose power. I guess what you were saying, right, Bob? Right. She said, no, you gain a different type of power when you get married and all that. So I just wanted to read that to you, see what you said.
Say it again.
She said, you don't lose power, you gain a different type of power when you're married.
What type of power? I want to
we know the type of power is what I'm talking about.
Whatever type of power you gain when you lose, man.
Let me tell y'all something. Can I ask you a question,
sure,
brothers?
Sure.
When I was growing up, I lived in the Hundreds.
Wow.
The Wild Hundreds. But it was always on somebody's block. It used to be an old man. Everybody can relate to this. That had a Cadillac. Mm-hmm. And his wife stayed at home. The grass was cut pretty. You would see that because we was dirty. We would sit on the blocks with these little glass thing called rocks and try to sell our life away to try to come on top, right? But you'll watch them because it's hot as hell. So you watch the old man get out his Cadillac. He got bracelets, a watch. If you watch this grass, he probably gave you $5. If you cut his grass, he probably paid you. And he went in his house. Have you ever asked that man what he did for a living? Well, I built up the nerve to ask one day. I asked this man, he told me he was a janitor his whole life. He said he wanted his wife to raise the kids. And because he covered that woman, God has blessed him tremendously. And he said to me, he don't know how his money stretched. He didn't know how he would be able to take care of his 2 sons and his wife. The house is paid for. I'm proud. We don't have to move. I got 2 cars and was paid for. And the good Lord takes care of me and my wife. Now, if you look at the days now, things are different because of the ways we have our hearts. A lot of us been greedy. It's just bottom line. I'm not trying to force religion. It ain't about religion. It is about karma. It's about vibrations. It's about energy. It's about having a creator. It's all those words. It means the same thing. But we as man, we divided and we separated and we confuse ourselves. And it says in the word that a man that findeth a wife findeth a good thing. He didn't say find a booty up girl. He told them boys, don't go down to Sodom. He said, don't even go down there, man. Them some holes down there. He said that. There's holes in the Bible. It's real horrors in the Bible. Real funny stories.
There's real horrors in the Bible.
And this is real. He warned them. Don't go. And I'm not just saying that, y'all. I'm serious. Yeah. And so,
Let me ask you a question, though. Mm-hmm. As a woman, you speaking as a woman, right? How much, is there such thing as too much truth that comes from a man? If a man telling you, because a lot of times, like when a man whole heart is on the table, you know what he does? He pours everything he got because women claim I'm strong, I can handle it. I'm a strong black, like you started this whole conversation. I'm a strong black woman. Mm-hmm. To me, that's an exciting language to a man. Like, oh, you strong? Mm-hmm. You strong because I'm strong. Mm-hmm. In order to be with me, you got to be strong. Let me tell you this truth about what makes my influence work, right? So at the beginning, when everybody's in this addictive state, everybody's addicted to each other, and we start ripping this truth off. We ripping this truth off, and it feel good to give it to you because I've been looking for somebody when they quote unquote.
Well, she should be addicted to your truth.
Well, when you know how when most people, most women will say some stuff like that, they'll say this quick, we're best friends. Oh, you my best friend? Really? Oh, let me go ahead and give you this uninterrupted truth, right? Then you start doing it, right? It's somewhere along the line in a relationship, somewhere along the line, all of that truth that you use now is getting used against you as some kind of, evaluation of whether or not your integrity is what it is, because she sees your influence at work in other places. She can see your influence at work now. Now you told her what it was. I told you what it was. I told you what it was straight off top. You said you can handle it. But now you can't handle it. Now all of a sudden you want me to change the way I move. You want me to change the way I respond. You want me to change the way I say certain things, because the very thing that intrigued you and got you sitting up at your seat paying attention now, that should only be for me. But it wasn't from you at the point of contact. It's what I was. It's who I was.
But I got to intervene. I got to intervene. Okay,
please, hurry up.
When you do make a decision to love somebody, it's not about change. First of all, women, you cannot change men, and men, you cannot change women. A woman and a man has want to change on their own. However, I do believe when you do get in a relationship, and say for instance, you came around and you wore blue pants all the time. I like the blue pants. It excited me. But now you changed to gray pants. And now I got something to say. You understand what I'm saying? Like, why did you wear the gray pants? And then I get you some gold pants because I don't like gray, but it's not the blue that you originally wore. You get what I'm saying? So now we have an issue. We got a real big issue.
What?
The issue is that maybe she didn't want to see you in blue all the time, but she'll be able to deal with you with blue sometimes.
She should be able to deal with me.
But what I'm saying is that people change and evolve in relationships. And if you truly respect and honor each other, you will notice that your man, what he liked once before, he may not like now. He may have been attracted that you was. I know a lot of men that got married to strippers. Seriously.
Yeah.
And look, and it was an argument.
Ask them why.
Argument.
Why did they
after
do
2
that?
3 years after they collected the bag, this is real stuff. Tap the screen. Everybody know what I'm talking about. And they collected the bag. It's all good. He was her bouncer. He was collecting the Crown Royal bag and everything. And then it started bothering him. It's real. So the arguments now progressed to, you met me when I was a stripper.
You're goofy though.
So this is what happened. Not saying, listen to me, not every stripper is a goofy, a whore. There's some women that do exotic dancing just to dance, and they got a bad body and they would do it. I'm serious. Now I get what you're saying.
You're not finna. No.
I get what you're saying.
You're not finna play a club, diamond. No, you're not. No, they not. No.
There are some women.
No.
There are some women. Listen to what I'm saying. Now, listen to me. I agree with you. I know where you're going.
Okay.
That the lifestyle period should not be on any woman's mind to undress for any stranger. I got that part. But there are some people that have made wrong turns in life. And just because they made a wrong turn, I'm just saying that not all strippers are the same. Yeah, this is not the topic.
But they all
I'm saying
stripper.
the basic thing is, here's a man, he married the stripper. And she was bringing in the money. He riding slick. They got a great car, great house, and everything. He's going with her. He's going home with her. But after a while, it started to bother him. He didn't want her to be a stripper anymore. You know what I'm saying? And that was the argument. And so her thing was, but you married me, and this is what I was. So accept me for who I am. Right? That's like Lil Boosie, little baby mama, who's all over the internet going crazy, right? He accepted her for who she was, just like she accepted him for who she was. Now that they exposed themselves, the truth, like you said, it comes out. Now we don't like each other. You got what I'm saying? Yeah. So it goes back to what I'm telling you.
We were talking about
maturity
men.
level.
Talking about men, though. I don't care. Nobody take this. Maturity. Any man that give it a stripper and then decide that they not even should be a part of this conversation because they goofy to me. They don't deserve no man conversation because they're some goofy dude. We're not talking about people with a male appendage between their legs. We're talking about men right now. So we're going to leave off the goofies that'll marry a stripper. We're going to leave off the goofies that even listen to Lil Boosie and them life. We're we gonna talk about men when we gonna keep a men
I
and
know,
women.
but
We
we
ain't gonna
can't
talk about.
separate because
Yes, we
there's
can.
some brothers out there
They
that
not
need
men
guidance
though.
from you,
They're not
and at the
men though.
same time,
So
we got to learn to accept people for where they're at right now. And then, as your good spirit comes off, people will learn to change by
but
your
what
example.
we saying? We talking about men. Why men don't get
But what I'm
married?
saying, I can't. All I'm saying is, I ain't disagreeing with you
No, ain't no.
at all. Like I
I
get you.
like your
Like
vibe. So you
I
can
like
right,
you.
right.
I
So
like
talk,
you.
talk,
You just
talk.
beating
But
Bob and TC for the
all
first
I'm
time.
saying
Right?
is, I'm a woman.
Mm-hmm.
I am a real woman.
Mhm.
And the same way I respect y'all thoughts as men, you have to understand why some women make the decision that they do. It is, let me tell you something. It's a girl out there right now that's popping pills and even has stepped to the other side of doing heroin and crack because she can't even deal with the fact that she's exposing her body or even being a prostitute. You know why some women do that decision? It all down to what? Money, taking care of the kids. And there's some women that are out here really taking care of their kids. Then there are some women that are doing it for other reasons that are goofy to me.
Let me give a few shots outs real
Mhm.
quick. My man Lou Fowler, what's up, my man? He's checking in, man, saying what's up, Bob and TC.
Mhm.
My man Justin, what's up, man? How you doing, brother? The young buck in the hood. Juanita Arrington. The topic of the day is why men are hesitant to get married in this day and age. Why men are hesitant to get married. I know TC want to get some of his comments in there
That's a
too.
good point.
Everyone likes having options. Everyone, Brandy Thomas says everyone likes have options. Justine said, "What's up, Bob and TC?" Marriage has been appreciated. Brandy Thomas also said marriage has been depreciated to just sex and a good time.
Yeah,
Brandy Thomas also said the God factor has fallen out of focus.
absolutely.
Let's talk about the God factor then.
You talk about a lot of stuff. Man, you talk about
This
a lot
this
of
this a
stuff.
lot. This a good
Because
topic.
first of all, really Lucy commented about the power,
Sure.
Bob. Her comment was it's better, it's a better form of power. Now I'm speaking about a relationship that is healthy and the outcome is marriage. Equally shared power creates happy individuals and satisfying marriages. The respect is better, the companionship is better. Oops. This is the power that I speak of. It defines the way we relate to each other. That's what she said about the different
That's
power.
good.
But the thing is, I know a lot of times. Go ahead, TC. Go ahead.
No, go
I'm
ahead,
sorry.
Bob. I'm waiting
No,
because I
no,
got a
no.
lot of stuff. No,
I know. I want to hear more from you, sir.
I mean, we
Hey,
let's
TC.
just
No,
okay.
no, no.
Let's keep it on a real sense. I mean, I
Come on.
understand the spiritual form everybody want to talk about and all the extra stuff, but let's bring about the reality. I mean, actuality, not
Yeah, let's
reality.
bring the
'Cause reality can
actuality
be
in
made. Like reality TV ain't real, but they call it reality TV. We go for actuality. You know, it's all about baggage.
Woo-wee.
Okay, it's
Talk
all about the
baggage,
thing we
man.
call our subconscious, where people act like they don't, that don't plays a part in their brain and their thought process. But a lot of women and men have traumatic relationships. When a woman get pregnant by a man, he done told her he gonna take care of her, they gonna have this family, do all this, then she had a baby and leave her. That goes in her subconscious. And if anybody pretend like with anything that begins to remind them of something that happened in their subconscious, that's gonna play a part in a relationship. Because a lot of people, men and women, but I'm gonna speak from the man's side because I do not date men. I'm talking about the women because women is what I'm talking about. You gotta pay, unfortunately, for their past transgressions, the dudes that did them wrong, and then not all women, but until majority of women understand that you had something to do with that brother doing that to you, then you're gonna keep being, the cycle gonna keep going because we all gotta realize it ain't always the other woman's fault when it's a problem. It ain't always the man's fault. We don't usually tend, depending on what happens to us, to turn around and look at what we did to contribute for that person to act like that toward us. We all like I hear a lot of women blame the dudes, men gonna cheat. That's what a man gonna do. But then she'll never really look in that mirror and evaluate that because it's a misconception. Like if a man give himself to a woman too, he really want that woman. And if he decided to go another way, she did something. So why not talk about that side of relationships?
Let me jump in there too because I want to jump in there because I think as a man, one of the things that a man is automatically in a position as a cultivator in a relationship. He's always looking to cultivate what he can protect, and I say that in a more specific spiritual sense. In a spiritual sense, a man is a cultivator on what he's willing to die for. So if any philosophies or any language that's coming out of his household, if it makes him uncomfortable to die for, because that's his whole purpose. If you say in the spiritual sense, he's to guard and protect. So when philosophy start coming out of his household that he's not willing to die for, he gonna throw a pitch to his woman, he gonna throw a pitch to his kids or whoever else that he gonna say, hey, hold on. Let's make sure that this is worded in the right way. Let's make sure that this is put out of our household in the right way, because he always got to be in a position. It ain't no such thing as somebody can just come shooting off out their household and say whatever they want to say. I'm just being me. No, because that man's role is to die for that. And I think sometimes that gets lost in the translation when the language start turning into, well, you think you always right when it comes to, because he's always, it's not that a man is not even attracted to a woman that doesn't have her own independent mind, don't bring something to the table. He's not even a real man even attracted to that. So in other words, that cultivating role in him is not to silence her. It's not to say shut up if he even say something like that. It's to make sure the philosophies are worthy of dying for. And I think that get lost in translation when it comes to a real man. Sometimes when a real man get to talking, and it's just, that's all he's saying. But it started turning into, because ain't no mediator in a room when a man and a woman get into a debate. Ain't no mediator. It's you and her. So somebody's influence has got to win. And if nobody influence got to win, we got to go outside of ourselves in order to find somebody else to be a mediator. And where we going? If we ain't relying on the same moral compass, quote unquote, as God, even if we are relying on the moral compass as God, it's still gonna come down to an interpretation. I didn't see that. I ain't see that that's what it meant. I ain't see it like that. Still gonna come down to that. So my point is, when you fall in love with somebody and you look at them, especially when women say, hey, I love your heart. It's your heart, but it's your tone I got a problem with. I love your heart, but it's your tone. That means I got to filter back the way I say something, because this strong woman who's so strong is getting her feelings hurt off of my tone. But she's, and you're not even trying to be extra. You just being you being instinctively a man. And sometimes that get a lot of stuff confused right there, because you like, I thought you were strong.
I know you ain't that strong.
Uh-huh.
I mean, they strong in their ways, being strong like us. So it's like in certain mentality wise. So certain they can't take. Just be real for a minute. Certain things I don't believe you should say certain things, truths and all that to your girl. Certain things is not. I don't want to know certain truths. I don't think she should know some of mine. If it ain't got nothing to do with her, it's not gonna affect me. I don't think I don't supposed to know. I don't want to know.
Here's an example.
I won't be faced. Understand, for example, I wouldn't be Facebook friends with any woman that I'm involved with. No way, no how. Because I don't care about none of that. I just don't care. So we Facebook friends, I don't like you, evidently. That's how it goes.
Hey, check this out. Now, here's an example that I want to use. It's like one of the things that, like, a lot of times when your woman goes, because a man is a natural person that is trying to find a solution to the problem. A man don't like keep on going over things over and over again where there's no solution in sight. He'd be less than a man if he wasn't thinking about some way to come with a solution. He'd be less than a man, right? So while he's trying to come up with some solution to whatever plethora of things that could really be having her unnerved, unrattled, or whatever, she can be going through a cycle that she's just unnerved. She just don't seem like, he's trying to come up with an answer. He's trying to come up with an answer, but he's like, some things don't have answers. Well, that ain't how he got to think, because the day a man stop having answers to his woman problems is the day she gonna run to another man. That's the day she gonna
run. Be with the other man.
I'm saying, but that's the day. So he know he gonna come up with some type of approach, right? So he's coming up with, but the thing that a man get bothered with, why do you bring all of your super strong energy to your man who's trying to have a good heart and come up with all these solutions to help you through your problem? Why you got to bring all of your full, strong self to there, but you won't go do that out there where the problem is coming from? You won't stand up out there. You won't go stand up out there talking against whatever person on your job that's got you unraveled. You don't unleash all that strength, all of that energy. You don't unleash it. You come unleash all that stuff on your man, and he's like, I'm trying to help you with a solution. You'll tell him you think you always right. And he's like, wow.
Who woman is this? This woman is deadly.
You know what I'm saying?
She got an issue, so this woman is.
You're talking about the philosophies that go through. You're talking about the things that make men struggle about getting married. Because it is going to be more of this.
There ain't no struggle, man.
It's going to be more of that.
It ain't even hard. It was a meme. It was funny to me.
I know we was dominating a little bit. We had to tell you why, man. You know,
well,
jump back on up in there, Miko. I'm like, we ain't mean to.
It ain't hard to
you know what I'm saying? We had to give you the whole man.
It ain't hard to be married, though. I don't think it's that. It ain't hard at all to me. I just feel like you got to find somebody who this energy is yours. I mean, you can't control nobody, but you got to understand what they do that you don't like, how will it affect you? Because they're gonna do some things you don't like, or ways about them. It's gonna be ways about you that they don't like. So if you can deal with it, because it's gonna be some things, but other than that, it ain't hard.
Another thing I like, I'm venting right now. I thought you meant, it seemed like you meant, it seemed like you were saying, I didn't, well, anyway, I said what I was saying. What you mean it seemed like? I seemed like, it seemed like you meant it. Where is that coming from? Where do you get that from? It seemed like I thought, I assumed you. Stop doing that. I'm telling y'all the truth. Stop doing that. I'm telling you. Call in number 708-223-8953. 708-223. Stop doing that. It seemed like I thought you. How my interpretation was.
Wow. Go,
Miko, where you at?
I'm right here in the sea of hurt.
Oh, the sea of it.
You got to bring us out, Miko.
No, I just really believe that y'all are hurt. You know, and I'm not saying no. This is really serious.
Huh?
If you just listen to yourself for a whole 7 minutes, no, I'm serious. You came with some, and I'm not.
Yeah,
you know, being
real.
funny.
Yeah, we talk.
But even though you have a show, but I'm gonna tell you something, brother. You have met some wrong sisters, and they have hurt you. And I'm gonna be straight up and I'm gonna be real. And I know I don't want to expose you right now, but the spirit already told me it was somebody that you love dearly that she really hurt your heart.
The spirit told you.
And then and also somebody doesn't listen to you.
The spirit told you.
Absolutely. And it doesn't, and that girl doesn't listen to you. And also somebody has not respected you. And nobody has accepted you for who you are. And you've been fighting to be who you are for a long time.
Let me say this real quick. The subject of the day is why men don't get married. This is not no.
No. Listen, before you cut me off,
hold on.
Let's keep it.
All I'm saying is,
for 7 minutes,
that you have explained a certain type of woman, and you were directing your words.
Right.
You know, a plethora of things that you have said that was a lot. And all I'm saying is that you're not alone. There's a lot of men that feel just like you do. But I'm telling you what I'm feeling off of you, that you wouldn't even be able to speak on these things if you have not experienced.
I experienced.
So I'm not going against you. I'm just letting you know. And I'm saying that there's a lot of brothers out here that are hurt. And it goes to my first, you asked me in the beginning, the topic was, why don't men get married? And I said, it's a broad thing, but the bottom line of it is fear. And it goes to the many reasons you have and a lot of brothers have out here and why they don't get married, because of the experience they have had with immature women.
See, I want to straight use the word correct you on something. And I'm going to use the word venting is not hurt.
No. Listen to me.
Let me say this. Let me finish. Let me say this. Let me say this. The theme. Let's go with the theme.
Absolutely.
On why men choose to.
Some men
choose not to get married. I am directly telling y'all the way of thinking that men have when they make a decision.
See, but this is where you get twisted, and a lot of men do. I have a father.
We trying to tell you,
but that ain't how all men think.
I'm not saying that's how all men think. We talking about the ones who not deciding to get married. That's who we talking about. We not talking about all men. We talking about the ones who are systematically sitting back in the cut, making an evaluation on why they are deciding not to get married. And when we do that, you know what y'all do?
You know what that do when you do that? That scares me.
What?
I know I'm serious.
What scares you?
Look, I just met you and I'm here, and we go back. I want you to replay this video, and I've been trying to explain something to you.
Okay.
I'm reading your hurt and your pain.
Wow.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Y'all missing it at.
No. I hear you, but I want you to understand.
I want y'all to watch this video.
Wait. Just listen for a second.
I'm listening.
A man and a woman can have a conversation. We can have a conversation. But you asked me several questions before we even got here
Right.
about why women don't accept you, you
Okay.
being bold with the truth, and things like that. You
Right.
literally just shook the table. Your face got super red,
Mhm.
and you slammed your arm. Let me tell you something. God gives you the power of an ox.
Mhm.
And as a man, when you speak, your voice is resounding.
Right.
It puts fear on them. That's why God gives y'all a deep voice.
Right.
Because he automatically put the power in you to domain, to be over woman. You have the power. So when that happens and you, it scares us. So that's when a woman says, I love your heart, but I don't like the way you come, because she's scared.
Right.
I'm not saying nothing bad about anything. All I'm saying is that right there will attract somebody else that has issues as well. And y'all both gonna be screaming to the top of your lungs, and nothing will be resolved. Going back to what you said, why do I have to talk and there's never a resolution? Because you're strong, and you're gonna attract another strong person, and y'all gonna be yelling. You gonna be screaming. You gonna bang your table, and she gonna do the same thing. Now y'all done walked out, and ain't nobody sobbed, not a damn thing. But we come together when it's time to have sex, though. And when we have sex, we put a band-aid on the issue, and we cool for 2 days. But you still remain that person, and you haven't compromised your strength not to do that around a woman. I just got scared.
Right.
And I'm not saying I'm not scared of you. I get a 357 and a 40 right now. But that makes me tremble as a woman.
Wow. That's some real stuff, man.
What?
To hear that.
You know,
To hear that.
it is
And-
to hear
and- and it- we know that's your attention, but the fact that that's what it is.
Hey,
That's
if that's
tough.
what it is, then why don't y'all act like that's what it is?
But
Because the reason why I say that, because that's important. You say that. You say if that's what it is, the first way you identified it was that I'm hurt. I'm not even hurt. I'm just talking. I'm talking about something
that comes from something.
It comes from irritating the hell out of me.
No, see, that's what I'm
It's
saying.
irritating the hell out of me. It ain't coming from her.
If a man is
You irritating the hell out of me.
So listen to me, brother. Listen to me.
You think I'm hurt? I'm not.
Listen to me. You're quite intelligent.
I started.
When you get to this level, I'm serious. When you get to this level, peace is gonna come over you.
Okay.
You're gonna recognize somebody's stupidity, and you don't even have to raise your voice.
Okay.
You'll let somebody talk and run their mouth because you're just that intelligent. You won't even have to. You'll even sit there and listen, and you'll say this: "Are you finished?"
So you are destroying my whole expressive personality. And you just met me. You destroying my whole emotional take about things because I'm upset and I'm hurt and all that. And I'm telling you a way of men get irritated about things that y'all claim y'all are.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all claim y'all certain ways. Y'all claim y'all strong. Y'all claim y'all this. Y'all claim y'all. I'm just telling you.
Strong doesn't mean that I'm combative.
This is a conversation me and TC might have by ourselves without no women around, right? We'll be talking like this. We'll be talking, and we won't think a second about him hurt or nothing. We just be like, man, he just getting it out.
Y'all men and women have something that y'all missing. It's not a rib. It's intuition and emotion.
And y'all missing this because this is why we don't have it. That's why y'all.
This is why God gave you woman.
This is why a lot of times y'all don't know who we are.
And this is why we're here to calm you down. It take a beast like me. I will calm you down, boy.
Right.
No. You're gonna calm down.
Yeah,
I'm gonna cook you a meal. You're gonna be quiet, and I know how to deal with you. But there's some women that can't deal with you.
You're not gonna calm me down with
gorilla. That's
you're not
all
gonna
you need.
calm
What
me
you
down.
like to eat? You want some chili?
No, you need.
You want a hamburger? You look like you hungry.
No,
hey, y'all jacking
You
that.
want some Hennessy?
Cooking ain't gonna do it.
You want a little Remy?
You got.
I'm gonna go put on this thing.
Keep naming stuff.
You okay?
Keep naming stuff. Keep on naming stuff.
You okay?
You gonna get the right thing right. Keep naming stuff. You know what I mean? You gonna get me to calm down. Keep naming stuff. You name everything by what you supposed to name. As soon as you name that, you gonna come into an agreement with me.
And that's all
that's the only
brother.
Thing
all
I need
I'm
from
saying.
you.
But you gotta find the one
stuff.
that's vibing with you to do it.
Think about what you just
Some
said.
women are not, just because they say they're strong, they may not be your strength.
But think about what you just said.
It's not a match for you.
No,
she's too weak for you.
No, that's not real.
Oh, it is.
It is.
It's just what it is. It is.
No, it's an interpretation. It's a small
perspective.
No, it's right. It's a small perspective on something that's so small that's being missed, and he's telling you what it is right now.
But some women can't hear you.
He's telling you.
Some women can't hear you.
That's true. That's true.
That's all I'm saying.
That's always true. you.
Some women
It ain't
can't
like
hear
he
you.
ain't telling you.
And some women
I would like
can't
to
hear you.
apologize for all the times I had sounded a certain way. Yes, I do.
Mhm.
And even though I'm not even, I agree with Bob 100%. Bob ain't mad. But to sit back and actually watch this,
Mhm.
yeah, a woman would take that the
That's
wrong way.
okay. That's
They would
okay.
take
But
that the wrong
the
way.
reason why I want to have this show,
That's real though.
the reason why I
Real.
want to have it is because they don't get this from us. They do not get
The
how we
real.
really feel from them.
They get the
They don't
fake
get it
dudes
from
up
us.
here
And
like,
when we do,
God
we get
said you my
insulted.
soulmate.
They tell us we hurt. That's an insult. You like
That's a reaction.
that's the
That's
reaction.
real.
You like
That's real.
it feel like an insult. You like, wait a minute, I'm trying to tell you what my heart is.
But
and the first thing you say is I'm hurt.
But no,
You like-
it's no, that's not no. Listen to what I'm saying. And I'm gonna say it again, y'all. You talking, if you go down my timeline, we don't have time on the show, but you will see me go from a hollering person to a person that has gaining peace. I can now express myself calmly. When before I would express myself passionately. And look, don't get me wrong, I still would lose it. Like I almost lost it trying to get here on time at 4:00 because my old man was late. And I'm, oh my God, right? Now he doesn't receive my message nicely because I'm yelling. Do you understand?
Right.
It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
So in other words, I'm not yelling at you, right?
I know you're not.
No, okay, time out. Just for a second.
Put somebody in that mode to be back at you.
But I ain't yelling at you, right?
I know, but we get loud though.
But am I yelling at you?
But see, if we was down the street and me and you talking, two people would look at us and they'll say we look like fools. They wouldn't even know what we're talking about. Me and you could have an intelligent conversation, but because we loud and indignant, two people away will say we are two fools.
And they the fools for making the comments without getting facts before they made their statement.
Exactly.
They the fools though. Let's keep it real.
Exactly.
Who cares what people think? That's what social media to me is the private relationships because they forcing men to be in threesomes and they're not even the real threesomes.
Okay, so somebody said, Temper said, I'd rather see my man be Clark Kent and rarely Superman than to live with the Hulk. That's scary, y'all.
Say that again.
She rather have Superman. If you're gonna transform, she rather for you to be Superman. She rather for you to be the Clark Kent gentleman.
But she should be
opposed to the Hulk. The Hulk was
you
the
should
doctor.
be Lois Lane.
He turned into the Green Monster.
You could talk about the brothers. That woman need to be Lois Lane though, because every time the Hulk transform, he having attitudes and problems.
So if you need to look for Lois Lane. No, but if you the Hulk, you need to find that girl you keep dropping in when you change it to the Hulk, and you need her to put the antidote.
But why? See, I want to get the point out here though. All you people are misjudging my boy Bob. All y'all call him the Hulk. No. Let's be real for a minute now. Let's be real. Back to reality, okay? That's be the problem because if you know your guy, it got to be a reason because you feel he's saying something to you and you don't like what he's saying, so you can pretend like he don't talk loud when he plays spades. You can pretend like he don't talk loud when he watch the game. Yeah. You can pretend like that's not his emotional makeup. But since he's talking to you right now, you want him to change who he is to make you feel bad. You know he's not hollering. You know this man is not doing that because you've been with this man. He get loud and he has sex with you. He be loud talking good. It's no problem. But when you get out your body and he talking to you, now I'm scared. Now quit talking to me that way. Stop it. That's the point we need to make.
That's $100,000.
No.
That's
okay,
$100,000.
Look,
know your man.
Okay,
that's $100,000, TC.
Know your man.
Okay, so while we on live radio, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Y'all see what y'all see out there on that couch. Okay, so check this out. I've dealt with this just recently. I'm talking about he's out there. He can come in to verify what I'm saying. Yeah. Straight up got into it. Because I consider
he don't play no game. Dude don't play no game.
Listen, I considered him yelling. Now I know when he shoot dice, he hit 9, 84, 68, 68, you know, all that loud crap. Mm-hmm. And I also know his voice when he's trying to explain something to me and he loves me. He's calm. Then when you coming around and you drunk off an extra couple of Remy's or not even drunk, or you trying to express yourself and you get loud, you punch it all and rush and you got impatience, you don't want to listen to me. Men do this. Cut you off, call us stupid, tell us that they don't want to hear what we got to say.
Time out.
And then you do all this stuff. Now, now look, a weak woman will cry. A weak woman be like, you know, Bob, never mind. A woman like me, now we fight because you. Let me explain what happens here. Let me just explain what happens. I'm serious about this.
We all are.
Y'all better pay attention. women y'all dealing with, because every woman does not walk the same shoes. There has women that have been in abusive relationships. They have been hurt.
Baggage.
Everybody
This
has
is baggage, though.
But check this out.
Because you want us to understand some baggage. Okay.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's a mental thing. And you can trigger something. Now, this is real. You want to talk about a person with a PhD, a psychologist, anybody would tell you this. You trigger something, you can lose your life.
Yeah.
Listen to what I'm telling you. Anger will trip somebody into doing something they have no business. So you don't want to provoke anyone. That's your job. So even if you have to express yourself, you see a woman going off, right? She went to go get some bleach, a gun, and women do this. And then now y'all want to leave. After you did punch the hole in the wall, you told her where to go, and you cheated on her and everything. Now you triggered an emotion. Now she ready to kill you. No, I'm serious. When I'm talking about how we talk to each other with hostility, what does that bring? Men don't talk like that all the time. When y'all want some pussy, you talk real nice. Keep it real.
True.
When you want something, you talk
Your
nice.
definition is nice, though.
Listen to me. When you want something, just like now. No, listen to me. You see how your voice is calm and I receive you. But when you get up there, like when you get up there, you see me hiding up with you. Now the tension rises. Now all it takes, I'm already on edge for you to say something that triggers me.
You know why I'm talking different? Because you're talking.
Time out.
Yeah.
If I'm talking, this is the power of my own words.
But
my point, see, it gets different
Exactly.
instantly. When I start instinctively expressing my own point of views, there's an intensity with it if I'm an intense person.
No, what I'm saying
when
is,
you're talking and I'm responding to something you're saying, that will be a different type of response because I'm listening
now,
to you.
To you, what I'm saying, if a man is automatically a loud talker, I don't have a quorum with that.
Okay.
That's what I don't have a problem with. I'm a realist.
Right.
If I met a man and he's just a loud talker, I'm good with it. But if I catch you 9 times out of 10, we talking making plans early in the morning. You finna go to the bank. I'm finna go to here, babe. Take this $100. Go get you this, and we talking calmly. Then all of a sudden, you come out of nowhere and you mad about a certain situation, and you hide your face, get red, your veins bulge out, you slam the table. That scares us.
You know what it's trying to show you? We have emotions too.
Absolutely.
And the
but
fact,
just a minute ago, y'all said y'all have emotions.
No, I ain't say that.
Oh, okay.
We ain't say that nowhere. You can go run that. We ain't say nothing about no. We ain't had no emotions. Okay. Now, what I'm saying is, when we express our emotions, y'all, you know what you say? You scaring me.
No, I don't do that.
That's what you said.
That's
what I was doing.
No,
I was expressing.
You don't know you.
No,
you said
exactly.
I'm scaring you. You said you're hurt.
But that's not what I do in a conversation.
Emotions.
I'm talking about by me not knowing you,
right.
And I'm letting you know.
I'm telling you, my spirit picked up. You said my spirit picked up that you're hurt.
Absolutely.
These are emotions.
Right.
Emotions
and
mean,
you also told me you were venting.
Venting.
And you also admitted that you've been through something like that before.
Frustrations.
Absolutely.
Right.
Exactly. And where does that stem from?
Frustrations are not hurt.
How are you frustrated if you've never been angry?
Frustrations.
How are you frustrated you've never been angry?
When you have been angry, it's not hurt. It's the difference.
That's all I'm saying.
It's the difference. You
if you get angry is
hurt. You know what we end up doing a lot of times?
You can't get angry unless you're hurt.
A lot of times.
Listen to me. You can't get angry unless you're hurt. If somebody come up and walk up and shoot or hurt my friend, I'm going to be angry, right? But I'm hurt by the situation. Do you understand what
I'm saying? Call in number 708-223.
Hurts you to make you angry.
How about
Listen.
Somebody don't, so
oh my God.
I'm just asking. I agree with that's true, but like more might piss me off, make me mad, angry, not hurt. I'm just saying. I just want to get back to what you said earlier, though. If your man he want to come on in here.
No. I'm just saying that's real with life.
Let's be real for a minute.
No, I agreed with you. I'm telling you how that can start an argument.
No, I'm talking about what you said out your mouth. You
Mm-hmm.
said you told him, right, that you hollering at me or whatever.
Absolutely.
Right. So, and he said he wasn't?
Absolutely.
Now.
So he said he was.
You said he was. So where'd it go? He's supposed now this the key point of this is the real thing relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Where did it go after that? Do he supposed to listen to you and face what you're saying, even though you're not right? You're going on what you're thinking, or do we want to continue to holler?
No, what I did, because when I explained it to him nicely and he didn't understand it, like, babe, stop hollering at me. I'm calm. And he kept doing it. I ain't hollering. Right? So I'm still trying to talk to him intellectually and say, stop hollering. This is the way I talk. So I got loud with him. That ain't the way you talk. So why are you talking like that? So if you talk like that, you trigger me to do something. Now we got an argument in the car because you heightened and I'm heightened. What we heightened for? An intelligent person don't have to talk to each other like that. You can get your expression out by talking calmly, because I'm telling you, you can run into somebody where that emotion can trigger somebody to do something strange. You don't know where they came from.
You sound like you can get a little pissed off too.
I can. So this is why I don't like yelling.
Right.
Because it will bring the nasty out in me.
You know what? That's unfair, though. I'm gonna tell you what.
No, I'm saying
I'm gonna tell you what.
Women don't bring the nasty out somebody else.
You don't understand that loudness, like you've been on the streets.
I'm gonna tell you why that's unfair for a man.
Man, let me tell you something. You've been on the streets and somebody get loud with you, Joe. I done seen too many of my homies die.
Listen.
When I hear that voice comes before the bang. So when somebody's hiding, it's like, oh, what's gonna happen? And you on edge. I'm from the streets. It's different. I didn't grow up. I could have grew up with a silver spoon in my mouth, but I chose to run away. And because I did, the Wild Hunters and give me a good taste in my mouth. So I grew up and I saw Hub and I saw a lot of niggas get killed in front of my face. So when I hear a nigga get loud, I know it's something else coming. And it scares me.
What?
It's not scaring me that I can't relate to you. It scares me because I'm afraid of what may happen in the future.
Wow.
Yeah, she did say hub. But it is real though. You know why? You know why it's real? You know why that's real? Because what's unfair is that a lot of women expect a man that is built and wired for that level of whatever need to swell up in him to protect. Yeah. She expect him to kill it.
Right, but when you think,
and that's not fair. That's not fair. That's not fair. That's not fair because he built for it. He built to talk like that. He built because he got to guard and protect. Do you know what you need in order to guard and protect?
I understand,
do you know how you need to swell up? Do you know what you need to do? Okay, now when you talking to your woman, okay, just say like this. You talking to your woman, he's trying to tell you something. You tell, he say, I'm not yelling, babe. I'm not yelling. Yes, you are. Somebody is insulting.
No, I didn't do that until the third time.
I'm just talking about what will trigger him. You just said it. You just said you use your man as an example. Yes. You had to go break down and pull your man back in. He wasn't faking. He was saying, wait a minute, babe, you insulting me right now. I'm trying to tell you something and you're insulting me. And as he's rising up to those areas that you should be concerned about. Because you're not supposed, an expression that's coming from you is not supposed to make him rise up. But why is he rising up? It's a reason. You know what the reason is. Watch this though. You know.
No, wait a minute. Now, let me get to that part where that came
Let me get off y'all personal situation for a minute so I can make my point. And I'll let you jump in there.
Okay.
The point I'm making is that man right there, just one thing you know about him. I know you love me, baby. I know you love me. And I know you being the man that I love you to be right now. And I just need you to remember you talking to me, baby.
Oh, I said
right?
that.
Right?
I said all
but because you know what he is.
Absolutely. But
my point is unfair that women
have to go
will not hear through that coming from him.
No, so I have to interject.
It's unfair.
I got to interject because see, I didn't give you the background because everybody got a background on how they got to that point.
Okay.
So it's a lot of women out here.
Okay.
Y'all start off real good when we get dressed to go to the party. Come on now. Hey, babe, you look real good. You look real good. We sober. And everything. Then once you have too many glasses of Remy, now your voice has went to 18. And now matter of fact, you don't even call me baby no more. Bitch just slipped out your mouth 3 times.
I go to sleep and I drink. So
I'm just saying, you have seen some of your partners even get into with their girls by calling them names because they're intoxicated. So a woman, like I was explaining to you, this is why I told him, you're yelling. And he didn't realize this is who he becomes when he gets drunk.
Oh, now
do you understand what I'm saying? It's a big difference. Now, how many of y'all have ever rubbed into a black couple that cannot get along after they get drunk? They have fist fights.
You think it got to do with the drinking? Or why?
Sometimes it does.
Why
Let's be honest.
Is coming out the way it's coming out.
No, it wasn't every day. Listen to me.
No, I'm just saying. Period.
He is just quiet like a mouse. You won't hear him.
No. What I'm talking.
Listen to what I'm saying. Okay. This was him out the norm, and this is me asking this question. He's not strong like you. He doesn't talk like that. I mean, not that he is strong.
I can hear he's strong like me.
No. Listen.
I'm talking about the expression.
I'm talking about the way he expresses himself. He does not express himself like that.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
So if I get that out of him, it's different. And usually that comes when the Remy comes.
Okay.
So when the Remy comes and that happens, then now we as women have to take the insults. We have to take the verbal abuse because I'm not trying to yell. I'm explaining myself. Bitch, you know what? I'm ready to go. This is what you deal with. And it may not be you, but it's a lot of men out here that do that. And so when you get to that point, it triggers stuff. So all I'm saying is,
we gotta
brothers,
pay for it. Like that's the point.
no,
That's
it's
why
not
it's
pay.
hard.
It's called listen to what I'm saying. It's called being mature.
Right.
It's called respecting people in their space.
But say
I can't come. You don't give me $100 if I say give me $100. You gonna give it to me?
But that ain't real though. Y'all
What I'm
act like
saying
y'all
is-
don't know you don't know your man triggers.
I do.
I'm talking about your language, your words you using right now, your ability to pay attention to him. You telling me that this dude needs to mature. I ain't saying your dude. I'm saying dudes in this scenario. But you telling me he need to be more mature. He been drinking a little bit.
No,
but
some men get
but
out
I'm
of their
saying
body.
you get picked.
That's true.
Some men get
why
out
we
of their
gonna talk
body loudness.
why are we talking about a situation wasting these precious minutes on this awesome show, Joe Jack with Barbara TC, about somebody who drunk. We're not talking about a drunk dude right now.
Right.
Let's get back to the men, the regular situation. Cause we can talk about a specific scenario in which he get loud.
Right.
I'm not talking about he drunk.
Let's just clear that up.
Right.
I agree. I think everybody at the table has specific points. Men are expressing that. If I'm that way and I have expressed myself, why can't I express myself that strong? And me just representing the woman, I'm the only one here.
Doing a great job.
Sometimes that when you come like that, it hurts and it will trigger. That's all I'm saying, brother.
That makes sense. It does make
some
sense.
emotions that has happened. Everybody carries some luggage.
But this the point we was making earlier. Went back to the subject of why men don't marry or whatever. We talk about the men that sitting back making decisions because of you can't be yourself because you might trigger something that happened to her about some other dude.
Oh, no. I don't think that's what I'm saying.
Okay, then thank you.
No.
Thank you, then.
No,
Let's get that out there.
yeah.
Thank you very much. Because what I'm saying is this, though. We all been through stuff, especially than how long we lived out here on this earth. The older you get, the more experiences, negative and positive. That's true. But it's time for us, and we want relationships to work. Sometimes you got, after you finish going through that, I don't want to compromise stuff. I ain't with that at all. I feel you need to do what's called self-checking. Okay? It's time for you, that individual, as a man or a woman, you need to know your shortcomings. You understand what you bring it to a man or what you bring it to a woman. Let's understand. You know you got an attitude problem and you're really trying to be in a relationship. You need to wait for a minute and then get in you a relationship. If you know you just got a relationship with this dude that hurt you and sent you off and all that, you need to chill for a minute. Realize why he hurt you because you fell for everything he said. Whatever you need an evaluation point too. But a lot of people don't do that. You get in relationships. Now a guy might be different. That don't mean his intentions with the same thing happened to what the other dude did on you. But since it put you in that mindset, now this brother gonna have to pay for you getting attitudes. Like, wait a minute, I ain't do that shit. No. Just deal with men also. Right. But again, them other dudes. But if you unfortunately got with someone that did you wrong and hurt you, you know, if you one of them cats that felt those pains, then I guess a woman can make you remind you that we all have a subconscious. We're gonna trauma. Gonna make it revert to trauma. Absolutely. And a lot of relationships, women been in trauma, and men have trauma too. I put it both ways. Let's be real. But what we trying to get out here about, we talk about why men don't right now. Then you speaking on the other reasons why they should and why women. You spoke on the women point. But we trying to tell you, right? Speaking from our side and other brothers that we understand, we trying to get y'all to understand that even y'all don't agree with the reason, you might get upset with it. But if you tell a man when he telling you he's not, he trying to talk to you, and you telling him what he's feeling,
will marry.
They're married.
Baby, I know.
Yeah, they're married a woman. Is she supposed to do what she's supposed to do?
Absolutely. I've never been in a relationship and never had a ring in my life. They call me the runaway bride.
So let's be real then. So why didn't it work?
Because I wasn't ready.
Why wasn't you ready?
Okay, so check this out. Y'all don't know this. I wasn't ready. When you have a father and a mother, I got a real father and a mother. And when I was coming up, I dated a lot of drug dealers, people on the street that were boss men. And it was kind of hard to bring them home. And when they asked me to marry them, it was discussed. Like, okay, we're going to give ourselves a year and you're going to stop doing this and we're going to move out of town and we're going to be right because I love the Lord. How would it look like if I'm a pastor and you're a drug dealer? I had this conversation all the time. So when they weren't ready to live right as a man, I couldn't go on.
So you full of you. Oh, I wish we could say. I wish this was jive, because you
serious.
full of it. You was full of it.
No, I'm not.
You telling me?
Listen to me. This wasn't no bitter situation. This wasn't me walking away. Now to check. Now understand this. If I had time, I would go down.
No, we're not saying that. Listen, what I'm saying.
I would go down my relationships.
No, we won't do that.
Give a reason on why, and it'd be long.
Well, we won't do that.
Why. But I'm giving the blunt truth of this. We weren't ready. We weren't ready.
So say you wasn't. Because tell me, speak for yourself. If this, see, that's the disconnect with men and women.
Okay.
If this man, if a man proposed to you with a ring, okay, he feel he ready.
Okay. And when you do accept, and you as a mature individual,
so you accept it then?
Absolutely. And listen, accept it. And I've had conversations, financial conversations. I'm not. Look, I got super parents. I didn't come from the hood when my mama was a crackhead and things like that. I got a mother as a doctor. My father retired as a principal. I got super parents that believe in God and they taught me the right thing.
But it was more than that believing in God. Your mama was a certain way then that made that man submit. You need to understand what that was. They just ain't no super parents. It was something behind that to make super parents.
They were super parents is what I'm telling you.
She was a super woman that convinced that man. We need to find out what she did to make them be their parents.
That's another conversation. What I'm telling you is I had super parents, and that's the bottom line. I had parents that were super.
But how you gonna emulate that to get your relationship done?
I'm trying to tell you something. Because I had super parents, they always let me know what's real about marriage. Marriage ain't about sex. My father always said when a man asked me to marry, they had to go to my father. And my father always said, if this is what you want, this is what it constitutes. This is what happens. And a man, listen, my brother's married. Everybody in my family is married. The men in my family aren't bitter men. They're well taken care of, successful men. My brother is off the chain.
Why they gotta be bitter? Why somebody gotta be bitter because they're not married? Where the bitter part come in?
Some men are bitter.
Okay, we talking about
you can agree with that.
Yeah,
I said they're not bitter because in this day and age we're at this question why men don't marry, because some men are bitter. So all I'm saying is my parents told me, hey, if y'all gonna get married, you got to discuss finances. You got to know what he got. You got to know what she got. You got to know about credit scores. Y'all got to go through the whole. That's real. That's what I mean by super parents. A lot of people will say, I want to marry you because you got a big booty and I want to lock you down. You're a pretty girl, so I want to lock you down. So we as a woman, we want to be in that committed relationship. We'll set that ring.
Okay.
But as a woman, I've sat down with these brothers, and this is not like I've done anything wrong. And I've explained to them, before we get married, these are some of the things that we need to do better ourselves.
All right, let me throw another point in there real quick. So you know, because I want to back up because I'm reading a lot of these comments. People asking me, like, are you bitter or you upset or you hurt or uncle, what type of girls you been dating? Okay, right? All right, let me go ahead and spit it for them so they can forever be clear.
Wow.
So for they can forever be clear, I got a whole family full of women with kids that they ain't even with. Right? And through an interpretation, all of these women are older than me. I'm looking up at women and, I got siblings and all of these cats. I'm listening to the game. I'm learning the game of life, and all of the game of life that I'm learning, she got 4 kids by these 4 different dudes. Ain't with none of them. All throughout my life, first cousins, I can go down a list. It is a rarity that somebody actually stayed together. Through an interpretation as a man growing up, you called it hurt. I called it observation. I'm observing. I'm looking at observation like these women. Time out. Let me just say this. These women are whores. You got to stop that interpretation in me based off of what I'm seeing.
I can't do that.
I'm not saying you can or anybody else. I'm telling you something that a lot of men face with, and we trying to pour our hearts into somebody, and then you talking like, what I'm saying, I ain't no hoe. I don't do nothing like that. You can't buy me. But then all of her conditions make it seem like you kind of like paying for it. All of her conditions she'll put around a relationship. It makes it feel like you paying for it. The only thing she'll be bringing to the table is her coochie. That'll be the only thing she really bringing to the table. You're trying to decipher a difference between her and everybody else. You're trying to find a difference. And the only difference is the way her pride is about her coochie. That be the difference from an interpretation of a lot of men. And I know I'm not just speaking I'm just bold enough to say it right now. But I know I'm not I know I'm not alone. And and sit up here, we listen to y'all whole philosophy, y'all whole logic. Because I'm always put it back to the theme of. Okay, I'll calm down because you said it's important.
No, it's
no.
my only
I'm just going.
perspective. It's a lot of women that have different perspectives.
I'm gonna show you right away that I've learned from listening to you.
You know, I know.
I'm gonna calm down right away. Now I'm gonna say it like this in a smooth way. It's a lot of hoes out here, right?
Okay, but check this out,
all throughout your family.
But check this out, brother.
Right? Now, see, as soon as I get quiet, you don't hear me no more.
No, it's not.
As soon as I start being calm, that's the way you ready to cut me off. Now I can't even talk. So now I gotta go back up.
I thought we was having dialogue.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Dialogue means you exchange, and I didn't mean to cut you off. You took it disrespectful.
Right.
But you said something. You said something really clear, though.
Yeah,
you said something really clear. You said what you were exposed to. Well, guess what? I ain't got none but brothers, and my brothers weren't exposed to that. My brothers were exposed to my father being a good man. My father never cheated on my mother, and my mother never cheated on my father. And it's a reason for that. My father truly raised my brothers right, and they love their wives and girlfriends to this day. That's because of what they were brought up in. It is our job as parents to make sure our children get that atmosphere so they won't be like you, seeing that you just stated that out of your observation, these women are hoes. You got what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
See, but my brother's view was women are beautiful.
Wow.
You understand what I'm saying? And I need to cover them. And they're right. And then check this out. That's the same way my father raised me too, right? I watched my mother treat my father like a king. There's nothing a man has to teach me about being a wife. It's done. Because my mama taught me this.
How many times you been married? You been married?
No.
You've never been married?
No, I married Juanita Bynum's
cousin. We got
the
wrong. Yeah. You did what?
I got tricked into a marriage with Juanita Bynum's cousin, but I've never actually got married.
Can you elaborate on that, please?
That's a whole nother lie. That's a whole nother lie.
Okay.
But let's come on, y'all. Let's bring it back for a minute because let's get back on this the perspective of like you said, you got yours the women you saw, right? I'm talking to Bob.
Yeah.
Bob.
Right.
Now I'm gonna go how mine was. My mama, one man. My grandmama, one man. So when I look at certain things as a woman that women don't understand is because first of all, you say all women do not get. I don't believe in that at all because that respect and all that have to be earned.
Absolutely.
Just because you a woman, you want to treat your mama like that. Nah, my mom won't be out here doing that. So miss me with all that. You not finna control my response because you bogus talking about she a woman, all women. But no, that's not true. Okay, that's true. So now, what if you come and say, like my grandma taught me, how to cook, clean. But I was told if I found myself doing too much relationship, then she trifling. I shouldn't be with that one. Okay, you must learn how to do it, but that ain't what you supposed to do. Things you supposed to do, they supposed to do. So what I don't understand when I'm listening to certain things about women, it's like, do they evaluate what they bring to the table? Is that even part of the evaluation?
I do.
I ain't saying you specific. I'm saying like when a man want to choose a woman, then like if say the guy take her in with her stepkids or whatever, he takes her in. Mm-hmm. Now we have to be have amnesia and all that because now you want to be treated like a princess when you coming in here as a runner. Let's be real. You ain't make dude jump these loops and hurdles when he making all these babies with you. So don't you? Is it time now? What perspective you want me to have?
I can't speak from that. I can't speak from that, and I am with you on this. I talk about this on my live on Facebook all the time, helping a lot of young women to make better decisions before they make children. A lot of women have spiteful children. A lot of men, they get pregnant. We can go on for days. That's another reason why men don't marry. Pregnancy games, too many kids, child support due, too many bills, that kid situation and fake relationships and telling somebody that you fake love them and not being mature enough.
Fake love.
That's it. When they get down to the bottom line, y'all, out of all the problems that we have on why men or women don't marry, it's fear and immaturity.
I just feel nobody don't add up to that person.
It's just immaturity. I think
why it got to be a negative or something? Got to be labeled on the person just because this person don't add up to what I want.
Well, then
because think about it. It ain't about choosing the right one because see, a lot of women are programmed to accept a certain type of man.
Can I ask a question to you, brothers?
Yeah.
Nowadays, you brothers are sitting back like women and allowing women to chase you. Why is that?
Sit back. Like,
Yeah, listen to what I'm saying. Listen, I'm not saying that you're a woman.
no.
You got what I'm saying?
I'm not sensitive. At
Okay,
all.
and not that I'm saying you're a
I'm
woman.
not.
Nobody's sensitive. Up here.
What
You
I'm
speak.
saying is, in
Speak.
this day and age, men are more opinionated, very emotional, scared, and they react like a woman.
But see, these new era dudes, though. Let's be real for them. Let's keep the era right. I don't know too many of my guys. Go
Before I
ahead.
said, the question is, why don't men pursue anymore? That should have been the question instead of why
they have to.
They don't even pursue.
Why do they have to? Why would you have put? Let's be real for a minute.
That's built in you to do.
Time out.
I'm not. You know why? I answer the question. Cause with y'all new little age, y'all choose men.
That's what I just
said. And that's what y'all do.
Did I just say that?
That's what y'all do.
Why? Let's get back.
Women, I just said that.
Because
I asked y'all, why are
I'll tell you what. Go ahead, Bob.
Right, because
that was my initial question: is why are the women choosing? They are doing the pursuing.
Right.
You got women that are paying bills. They're taking care of men. They're asking you out.
And that's why they're doing
taking
it.
you places. And men aren't doing it anymore.
Because they perspective.
And then they're complaining like, I don't want to get married. I don't want to. Why are women like this? And why don't you want to accept me for who I am? And why don't you do that? Why is it reversal?
Because y'all reversed it.
No, it ain't us.
Ain't no reversal. First of all, to all the brothers out there that's still real, ain't no reversal. That's these new social media cats that try to holler at women through inboxes. I ain't never try to holler at nobody through an inbox. So let's get back to the real men. This social media era. This same dude that y'all say is cool to wear these man purses. Y'all told these new men.
You look at my pipe. Look at my pipe.
Y'all said that though. Y'all did that.
Why did we get to this part? This is why men aren't marrying, because they married to the internet. They married to Pornhub. They married to the booty girl. They married to whatever.
Now,
their commitment is everywhere else to their woman.
The question is now here we're gonna sum this up because
we gotta get past.
Go ahead,
that statement.
Pornhub.
That ain't listen, the brothers. We know that ain't what it is, and some of it is. I can't say it all ain't true, but let's be real for a minute. You say why women don't pursue. Think about it for a minute. First of all, that's the newer this era. It's still cats that don't honor this era. Okay, but I'm gonna give these cats a pass. You wanna know why? Because the women they want, y'all then accepted the man purses. Y'all accepted the men capris. Y'all accepted the pink. Y'all accepted all that. Y'all accepted all that weak garbage from these cats. So then you wonder why they feminine. Y'all see Dwayne Wade up there telling if you're a man, it's what you wear. You ain't got to worry about. No, you know doggone well you not. But y'all accept it.
Is it safe to say men aren't marrying because a lot of them are down low gay?
No, I ain't talk to men like that. I'm not gonna. So a lot of men.
I didn't say all men.
A lot of men are not marrying. I'm gonna put out there because a lot of women ain't marriage material. A lot of women are not nowadays marriage material.
And neither are the brothers.
No, okay, but we got the question is why men. The problem, here go the biggest problem to me. Every time men get to say how they feel,
I'm with them.
Y'all come switching it around. You guys got to do it like how y'all take is. And we just trying to tell y'all our take.
But I agree with you.
We just trying to tell y'all our take.
Let me go to my Facebook, and I'm talking to you sisters, and y'all know I be on live. We're having dialogue with two intelligent brothers, and don't mistake our loudness or nothing. We're just having dialogue as if we were in the kitchen with our old man. But a lot of us women are not marriage material. And this show, it was not about just a man's point of view. It was about a woman and a man. Are immature. A lot of us are very immature. We're not ready for that type of commitment. Don't rush because you just want to get married. Marriage is more than just having sex. A lot of you need to work on yourselves, including me. I'm not ready. That's why I haven't got married yet, because I have to learn to calm my temper down. I have to learn to communicate to a brother. I also got to learn to know that these are our kings, and us as women lost respect for Black men or just men, period. So there's some things we need to work on. But again, I'm not saying, he said we both do. We both do. Can you agree to that?
Absolutely.
100%.
I think we all need to work on something in order to make a change. And guess what, guys? This is where the change starts in our community. Learning to love each other once again. And once we start showing our kids that, and they learn how to communicate and see that we know how to communicate without hostility and anger and love, then our children will learn to respond like that too.
And another thing I want to throw out in there, is about like most real men respect to the fullest, a woman with ambition and a strive, independence about her. Most men love to the core a woman that can bring that to the table. But what's in the element of ambition is the nature of being competitive. That's what's in the nature of ambition. So when you are ambitious, and if she's ambitious, and you're ambitious, and y'all got your visions going, there's a competitive nature. You got to be careful not to turn that competitive nature on each other when you're jockeying for position on who's the significance of whose ambition should go forth and all of that, because it creates a false significance that cannot bring a compliant agreement, because it's almost virtually impossible for, you ain't never gonna be anything. I ain't always gonna be 50-50. Sometimes I might be 80-20 your direction, depending on what's the advantage of for us at the moment to who to focus on. Sometimes it might be 80-20 in your direction. It might be 80-20 in your direction 2 or 3 years in a row, based on whatever we invested in. That spirit of competition sometimes can destroy people's, because you ambitious.
And I can agree.
Because you ambitious, and I say just be careful with that.
Yeah, that competition with a man can be dangerous. Yes. Yeah.
As a man, even though we get, thrown on the bus because of social media cats, soft dudes out here that mess it up for us. But the real man, we do understand, like when you do meet a woman that had kids and she done worked her butt off and made all the decisions through that whole household, it's understandable that she would have a certain mentality about her, which can be understood. All the men try to do is try to get her to understand it's not the time for you to be super everything. You understand what I'm saying? Because most single women that have these men that don't support the kids and support, she working, she paying the bills, she making all decisions for the family, she making everything right. She's a boss in her walk. So when she meet another man that's also a boss in his walk, all you try to do is help her understand. I understand why you so strong and stuff, but it's a time we need to cut that down when you're talking to me.
Yes, baby. That ain't nothing like with another boss man. I love to be a kitty cat.
It's a time when, but some women don't understand that they've been. I tell them like this: you got a little gangster mentality. I see it in you, but it's cool because I understand your walk in life.
Like
you taking care of everything.
It ain't nothing.
But when it comes to your man, now cut that down a little bit. You ain't got to come in here on guard with me. I understand it's your walk of life. You got to do everything. You taking care of the bills. If you don't do it, y'all ain't gonna do it. If you make decisions, make sure the kids straight. You doing everything, and whatever your decision is, you walking your own life. You make your own decision. I respect and all that. But when you come talking to me, turn that down a little bit. Yeah. Bring that woman to me. And they can't separate that with a real man, it's gonna be a problem. Absolutely. That's how I feel. Because most women that's at this age, that our age, that are available, that been through things, they walk their own walk in life. They paid every bill, they raised the kids, everything. I'm just telling you ain't even met me. She ain't even with me yet. She available, but this her walk in life every day. Absolutely. So she gonna come with some gangster in her because she's control her own destiny. Absolutely. So I understand that. I understand. When I'm telling you right now, at the time for you be G.I. Jane, turn G.I. Jane down. Absolutely. And then we can walk. Absolutely. But when they don't understand and identify that ain't what I'm doing, then I feel like this. And my real easy. If a woman don't listen to you, she ain't the one for you.
I want to say this too, though. A lot of
but listen.
Listen, I ain't say obey, she's not a dog. Yeah. I said listen.
That's good.
I said
Sisters need to hear that.
Right.
I'm not saying that I misconstrued.
Right.
Misconstrued. They look at you mean. Listen. Yeah, listen. And then it's an argument now. But it's
come
it's
in,
true.
Understand, not hear me.
Absolutely. Listen. Not hear me.
Not obey me.
I just want to throw some shots out real quick to my girl Z Finley, my niece. Monique McGee, I see you chime in. I see we couldn't get to all of y'all comments today. I really appreciate this conversation. Brandy Thomas, she was on your side all the way.
Esmond Picnic was a bomb, though,
Brandy Thomas, she was on your side all the way through. She said she gave you half fives all the way through. Let me say this. One of the things that Tina Butler, what's up? Tina Butler said I heard that. But let me say this though, because I want to say this. The reason why I'm gonna clarify this. The reason why I sound like I do as a man, you know why? Because I don't lie. Mm-hmm. I don't lie. I don't have to sugarcoat anything because I don't lie. Sure, don't. And sometimes that, sometimes I got to develop patience or learn how to be better, whatever. But y'all say y'all want a man that don't lie. I'm one of them. I don't lie. I tell you everything I think about, And so that's when you want a man that don't lie. Sometimes you got to take a man who sound like me. That's just what it is. You can't have both worlds.
Yeah, a lot of
You want a
comments
man who
said
sound like me?
alpha males belong with alpha females.
There you go.
And that's true. And a lot of alpha males, they end up choosing the bottom of the pit.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
That's
so
true.
it's about us recognizing who we are.
Man, you got to come back.
Yeah, you do. You do.
got to come back.
You do.
You ain't going. Great time with you. Straight up.
Cut
Nico in the building.
Let's ask some questions. I'm
Real
with
quick.
that.
Real quick, you got 3-4
Bring
minutes.
me questions though.
I
So y'all got some questions, call in.
Real quick.
No, I never even got to it. I never even got to
real
it.
fast. Run them down, Bob.
This is from your mindset.
Okay.
So whoever's trying to bring you down is already below you. I want you to elaborate on that real quickly.
Okay. So if how can somebody pull you down if they're not below you?
Real talk, real easy said.
So just bottom line.
Self-explanatory.
Don't stress over people that don't even deserve to be an issue in your life.
Facebook friends, all that fake stuff.
So why even be stressed?
You know where this is from, right?
At my page.
Yes. Let's go.
Ahead.
Every time I thought I took a loss, God blessed me with something better.
I be crying like, oh, I just lost my card. And right around the corner, I tell you behind every problem is provision. So I learned that now.
Problem provision. I like that.
Your past has given you the strength and wisdom you have today, so celebrate it. Don't let it haunt you.
Absolutely.
Bam!
And we talk about I ain't this because this happened to me, and my mama whooped me when I was 3, and I was a crackhead and I had to sell drugs. I went to the penitentiary. But you're supposed to celebrate those matters because those matters are what made you who you are. God gives you problems to build character. So this is why I'm just learning this, to celebrate those moments because you lived through it.
Can I ask you a question real quick on that same analogy? What if you feel like your experiences, what you went through and all that made you you proud of the confidence and it can't be broken. So you also supposed to enjoy those moments too, right? Your experiences who make you, right?
Absolutely.
I love it.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, when you're going through it, I'm gonna tell you, don't enjoy it.
Yeah,
you don't know what's going on. You don't see the light. But when you live through things, when you become mature, you now know that those experiences have built character. It is what God wants you to be. So now you celebrate.
Okay, that's what's up.
I don't worry about what could go wrong, she said. I worry about whether I'm in a place yet where I can handle it if everything goes right.
I see that happen all the time. People hit the lottery, and go wrong. They don't know what to do. You understand what I'm saying? And I always say to myself, I got to get right. I got to get ready. So if I win the lottery, I know what to do. So, you know, I ain't worried about what's going wrong because we all know if the longer you live, my father says this always all the time. It's always something. So if you wrap your mind around that, then you know life is built for having problems. But I'm more worried about handling what is going to come to me in my blessing. Am I going to be ready for it?
A woman feminist. This is a woman feminist comment right here. This last one.
Okay.
Just because you are right does not mean that I'm wrong. You just haven't seen life from my side.
Okay, so this was a post, and I was going to talk about that. Look, you could have saw the picture. There was a picture of two men. They were looking at one number. On one side, a man saw the number 9. On the other side, a man saw number 6.
Yeah. I saw
and so the thing is that you never know what somebody sees unless you're standing where they're standing. Everybody in this world has a different perspective.
Plug yourself real quick, Miss Cutting Nico. Plug yourself real quick where people can find you.
You can Google me. Literally, Google me. Miss Miko 100. Put it in your search box. I'm popping up everywhere. You can find me anywhere. You know this. I love you guys, all my followers, everybody that was following.
Much love,
Thank
y'all.
you so much.
We ain't like that.
Thanks for listening to Joe Jackson with Bob and TC
on IntellectualRadio.com, baby.
Of Chicago, Illinois. Let's give it up for Cutting Nico.
I like it.
Thanks for listening to Joe Jackson with Bob and TC.
IntellectualRadio.com, y'all.
In this corner, we have the funk body snatcher. In this corner, we have the funk body snatcher.